Y'all ready for a damn battle. Oh, underlying energy is the Three of Swords. Underneath that is the Five of Wands. Oh no. Underneath that is the Nine of Wands. Oh fuck. Underneath that, okay, Six of Pentacles. That's good. I like that. Stability, count back and forth. But then there's some defensiveness. Perhaps there wasn't as much balance as one thought, and that caused some sort of conflict. And now there's some Three of Swords situation that may need to be dealt with, which is pain, heartache, old issues, things like that. Ooh, okay. So the heart of your reading has to do with the surprise, things that you didn't see coming, some radical changes, some shifting in the foundation, some things that you obviously didn't see coming. Obviously, who would? It's the Tower. But there's no need to fear the Tower. I was watching another tarot reader, and she said, don't ever fear the Tower. And it's true. Don't fear it, right? Sure, if you don't do what you should do, then the Tower would do it for you. And you may not like the consequences, or may not like what the changes may be on their discretion, but it's always to push you towards a better version of yourself, to push you towards a better lifestyle, to get you to where you want to be. And if it means that you have to knock down the foundation that you're standing on to get there, it's not necessarily impeding your progress. It's trying to get you to go to that progress. Everybody wants you to get to where you want to be. The universe is truly your cheerleader, and it will help you and motivate you and push you towards your dreams, if that's, of course, what you want. Now, the Tower is coming up, yes, because, yes, there's a serious shift, serious change. Things are happening in your life right now, and it's, like, really big. And I feel like it's making you feel like there's some more hits coming. Like, we don't know if there's any more shit coming in, if there's any more craziness. Like, you're like, holy crap, how much more am I going to take? And it's not really like a, oh my God, I don't think I can make it. It's more like, you don't know what to expect anymore. Like, you got hit with so much stuff. Or you got hit with a serious bang that you're expecting even more shit to hit the fan. Okay, and I don't necessarily like that kind of message, but that's what I'm getting with this. And the reason why I'm kind of giving this a little bit of a negative tone, and I'm not saying this negatively, I feel like this is just truly what it is. It's facts, or what I see is what I see, is because you got the past here, the Eight of Swords. You're blindsided because you're very much in your thoughts. Ooh, almost dropped that card, y'all. That was a pretty nice save, and I didn't really see. But anyway, yes, the situation was that you were blindsided, big time. And I feel like for some of you guys, you were very much in your thoughts. You felt traps. You didn't feel like you had a lot of options or really any sort of real direction, or feel like you had any options around you that would make you feel like you had any options. That's not really a good sign. And that's not really a good mindset to be in. So I feel like considering that happened, right, now you have this Three of Pentacles situation. So you got two threes? You have two threes in here. So that to me is a big sign, right? So you go from not knowing what to do, where you're going, where you're at, nothing, because, you know, you just feel like there's not a lot of options, not a lot of things you can do anyway, to I'm going to go ahead and plan for my future. You do have three threes in here. Three of Wands, Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Yes, there's no three. I don't think this is a third party situation. I do feel like this is the thing. I feel like for some of you guys, you've always been blindsided by some sort of unexpected disappointment. I feel like for some of you guys, you may have been hit with some things that you got really excited, and every time you got super excited, planning for the future, something went just sour really badly, really fast. And I don't think that that's the thing. I don't think that's the case. The Tower may be the challenge is to change in your life, but then at the same time, I don't think it's like you don't know what to expect in regards to something happening that you really, really hate. And so the old issues coming up. Maybe that's why you guys felt a little bit, why you feel like you need to prepare for something. But you have everything you need to handle it. The Three of Pentacles actually here is amazing. If you were blindsided with some new plans, especially when it comes to commitment and relationships and stability, you know, like this is hardcore commitment yet, man. All right. You know, if you had justice in here, I'm like, hell, this is a fucking marriage party. But we don't. It doesn't mean that the marriage is not on the table. It just means this is a pretty daggone serious situation. Planning for the future, seeing how far you guys can go. Some of you guys may have traditional differences that you have to kind of account for. Maybe you guys have certain backgrounds that are different from one another, what have you. And you're trying to figure out how you guys can live your lives forward. Different ages, right? For some of you guys. Different, seriously significant age differences. You know? And I don't think that you know exactly where that will lead because of the Three of Wands crossing that. You're trying to plan for the future practically, making a future together, but it's hard to do when you don't expect anything to come about it. Now, it doesn't mean that you just expect the bad. It doesn't necessarily mean you expect the good either. You're kind of leaving that up to interpretation. And as such, you should be, right? You're not necessarily wanting to make any concrete plans in Venus retrograde. In any sort of retrograde, especially not Mars or Mercury. But, you know, even with Venus in regards to a relationship, you want to slow that down a little bit. You want to wait till after Venus goes retrograde on the 16th of November. Because any sort of real concrete plans can get smashed. It can. Doesn't mean it will. Guys, please listen to the disclaimer. Does not mean it will. It just means it might. Please be aware of that. I feel like the anticipation, though, if you had any sort of expectation, does lead to the Ten of Swords. Like, you feel like whatever you've got going on here with this Three of Swords, these old issues, perhaps this back and forth, this conflict, you're afraid that this is going to fall under. You guys are going to hit the rock bottom of the tower, but I don't think it's going to be bad. I feel like it's going to get you guys to a place where you can truly start from the bottom up to make a solid foundation between one another. There may have been some sort of conflicts and back and forth, and this is why you probably felt stuck in your thoughts, didn't know how to help the situation, didn't really want to take back what you said, at the same time didn't want to, let that person get off what they did or whatever. But at the same time, here is this. This is a change in how you guys are together, you and your person or whatever. Or if you guys are not in a relationship, this is just a change in the situation foundation. Anyway, whatever conflicts you experienced, whether in or out of a relationship, you've experienced them and it's changed you and changed your circumstances. This is now a time to plan for the future, but you have to recognize that you can make that future happen regardless. It doesn't have to end up with the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is definitely not a guarantee. The future that I read here is a projection of where you are. And if you're coming from a really good place and expecting something bad, it's because you just feel that something bad's going to happen when it probably won't. Now, again, your goal and ambition is to be stable, solid, in a committed relationship. And you know what? Just building something serious with this person. Like, you maybe want to be in a relationship with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. If not, this is talking about legitimately being in a relationship with somebody that you feel like you can really build something long-term with. You want to feel super uber grounded. Like you are in a solid commitment that ain't going to go anywhere. If you have any snags, any real conflicts, you know y'all can work it out. Right? I feel like that's the thing. You want to be in a relationship where you know the foundation is solid as hell. That with any kind of conflict, you want to work it out. You really want to give it your best shot. And it won't crumble after one disagreement. Now, your outcome is very interesting because you have the Knight of Swords, which does indicate someone moving fast, coming in with their truth. This is your card, by the way, Gemini. And I'm not mad at this card or upset about this card or been thinking, ooh, be safe. Kind of. I am kind of giving the ooh, be safe kind of look, but it's because you're Geminis and But yeah, I love y'all. I have a Gemini moon. I can say that. I do stupid stuff all the time. And it's in my first house as well. So everything I feel, y'all see. But anyway, the freaking Knight of Swords in your outcome to me is like going after what it is that you want. Truly fighting for it. If you don't want this outcome, you don't have to have that outcome. That's the good news, right? You don't have to have the Ten of Swords shit. You can have the best fucking outcome in the world, but you have to believe it first and go after that. Just don't take no for an answer. Don't take no Ten of Swords for an answer. This is here to say, look, if you don't do what you feel you need to do for your future, then you may, you got to be ready for whatever comes your way if you don't tend to handle your business. And I don't feel like you have an issue with handling your business, Gemini. I don't. Whether this is a relationship, whether this is family life, whether this is a career, you don't necessarily really have a problem with it. There are some things that are really close to you and emotionally it may be a little harder than usual. But even if that's the case, don't let that stop you from handling these problems. If you have issues with somebody or have some sort of disagreement with somebody and you feel like it shouldn't either disrupt the relationship or you feel like, yeah, it's going to need to uproot some shit because you need to get some stuff out. You need to say what you need to say. You need to come out and you need to be like, look, you can't be saying this stuff or you whatever. That needs to come out. And you just have to trust that things will be cool. especially if you don't agree with it. Do not sit in silence. That's not you. You don't sit in silence. The Eight of Swords to me, that's like anti-Gemini. Y'all talk all the motherfucking time. I talk all the time. I talk a lot. So I know you being quiet is a sign of as a signal for some scary stuff. Something's wrong with Gemini. Don't sit there in silence. If you have something you need to say it. Don't let the universe handle your business for you. Don't let nobody handle your business for you. Don't even let your mama handle it. Handle it yourself. Because you're the only one that you're going to be living with those consequences. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. All right. So anyway, that's why I said the Knight of Swords. You guys are going to just be handling it. You'll be like, no, this is what we're going to do. And it's looking at those issues and being like, nah, I'm not going to let these pains and fears and this shit rule me. I'm going to be me. I've been feeling like I'm saying that to everybody today. Look at that. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So what are you afraid of? A breakup? Would you seriously? If you if you break up during the Venus retrograde, there's a high chance that you guys will get your asses back together by the end of the retrograde. But I don't think it will ever come to that. There may be some disagreements. There may be some things you don't agree with. Speak your mind. Okay? Speak that mind. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, stay strong, okay? Stay strong. Stay strong. I agree. Don't buckle under pressure. Do not buckle under pressure. Take it. Deal it even. You know? Don't be evil. Don't be mean. But just seriously, stay strong. If you need to say some stuff, say it. If you don't need to say it, don't say it. But if it's bugging the shit out of you, if you got the Three of Swords coming up with this, you probably just need to address it. Three of Pentacles. This is planning the future together. This is not one person planning your future for you. Especially when it comes to long-term commitment like this. This is no joke. If you ain't ready for it, you ain't ready for it. But the Ten of Swords also means that this is the worst that it can get. The end of if you're dreading this part because you haven't said your piece yet, then this is going to be the end. The worst is over, right? The worst is over regarding that part. You can move on and get healed and be great from then on. You know what I mean? But the Tower, you know, don't see it coming and don't even understand. You don't even expect anything. You don't have to expect nothing. But the thing is that, you know, at least you're trying to plan for the future. You should at least expect that you're going to have a good one, not necessarily a bad one. But stay strong, Gemini. Don't get intimidated. Don't feel any of that stuff. This is your life. The Magician came out for a reason. Embrace that Magician. You are the Magician. Say it. I want you to say it out loud. I am the Magician. I will make my destiny. Say it with me. I will make my destiny. That is all. Say it with me. That is all. I am the Magician. I will make my destiny. That is all.